Tennessee Titans defeat. Correction, no. The New England Patriots defeated the Tennessee Titans 36-13. Obviously, I was proven wrong because I predicted the Tennessee Titans in a entertaining game would defeat the Patriots 31-24, and I was usually proven wrong. And they would win the turnover battle, and obviously that didn't happen because the Patriots ended up winning this turnover battle 5-0. They also ended up shutting out the Titans 20-0 in the second half. Two main reasons why they ended up winning this game. Well, they shut them out 20-0, and it also helps that they also won the turnover battle 5-0. So you have both of those. Most likely, a team is going to win, and they did. Not surprisingly, 36-13. I didn't look at the stats, but if I do it, I think I got it right. The Titans would have more than like 2 sacks, which they, if I look over the stats, they did have more than 2 stats, but other than that, it doesn't really matter because I ended up getting the score wrong. Ended up getting it wrong. The Titans would win 31-24, which didn't come close to happening since Patriots ended up winning easily. The game that became a joke in the second half since they won that game 36-13, along with the fact that the Patriots ended up winning the turnover battle 5-0. So it's like the Titans were in a time loop since that was like the same flaw that they had versus a terrible Texans. They end up losing the turnover battle 5-0. So it's like they've been stuck in a time loop because for 2 consecutive games they've ended up losing the turnover battle 5-0. And I was I was happy that the Titans, even though the Patriots were moving the football in the first half, the Titans defense ended up playing good because Patriots move the football, kick a field goal, move the football, kick a field goal, field goal. They're being held to field goals, so that was a main reason why. So the Titans defense playing good in the first half was a main reason why this was a close. Why the Patriots were leading only by 3 points in the first half instead of by more than instead of by 10 by higher than by above 10 points would have been above 10 points if they were scoring mainly touchdowns in the first half instead of field goals. And I was also very happy the Titans, they had this freaking great running play very late in the first half. I was very freaking amazed seeing that, mainly because it just looked like, okay, they're going to get the first down. I didn't anticipate that it'd be going for a long-range touchdown. Running the long distance for a touchdown. That's exactly what happened, and so it's very freaking happy that happened, and I had optimism from that. That like, okay, the Titans are showing more signs of life besides just holding the Patriots to field goals. They scored that very critical touchdown that like gave them momentum. So I'm like optimistic here in this that they were going to finish that comeback, and it's not a great comeback, but still a comeback in the second half, and they're moving the football in the second half. They do move the football, except then the Patriots defense creates a fumble. And that's very frustrating, mainly because the Titans moved the football, but then the fumble was created and the Patriots recover. So that was most likely a needed touchdown that the Titans were going to score, except they don't because the Patriots defense ended up playing. Patriot defender ended up creating a fumble, and that fumble got recovered, and that completely changed the momentum. And so, yeah, that was very frustrating, along with the Titans moved the football, long distance, missed field goal. Titans moved the football, long distance, early fourth quarter, not able to score it on first goal, second goal, third and goal, fourth and goal, where the football gets intercepted. So that was very frustrating. So you have no doubt would have been 3 points, 7 possible points, and what should have been 7 points also. Like all of these, like leave those kind of points out on the table and lose the battle. So that was very frustrating. Also, so yeah, it's just extremely disappointing that, because I mean, the Titans, even with all their injuries, they still had a good team, a team that would be like they still have a good team. They still have a talented, good team that doesn't just have the ability to run with the Patriots, but they have the ability to defeat the Patriots, except that they don't because of they end up losing the turnover battle 5-0, including there's that fumble that gets recovered. So, and along with the interception in the end zone, and yeah, all those turnovers, along with the fact that and not able to stop the Patriots from scoring more than one touchdown in the second half. So this was just a very, very extremely disappointing. I mean, the first half was entertaining. It gave me optimism that they're going to finish a comeback. Second half, it goes from I'm remaining hopeful, but then after that fumble, and the Patriots scored another needed touchdown. It just goes from bad to worse. So yeah, it's a very disappointing defeat because I wanted the Titans to win. I was optimistic the Titans were going to win this game, and it really looked like they were going to after finishing that. After putting together a valiant, I mean, their defense still would have had to defend it, but like after that successful long range touchdown, which was like their only touchdown in the game, late first half, I really thought they were going to play pretty good or possibly great in the second half that they would defeat the Patriots, except that didn't happen. So that's very disappointing, along with the fact that they get shut out in the second half, 20-0. They lose the turnover battle 5-0, and the Titans defense, they're just not able to stop the Patriots for multiple drives, including. So yeah, it was just an extremely disappointing loss to the Patriots. Except I'm not really surprised at all because you have this many not if you're playing against the Belichick Patriots, like you got to play great, and the Titans did not play. I mean, they played, I would say, They played pretty good in the first half. They played terrible after that created fumble in the second. After the created fumble, they played terrible in the second half, and I'm saying as far as like because of moving the football, fumble gets created. Moving the football, there's an interception in the end zone. Losing the turnover most of these turnovers happening in the second half, along with the fact that they moved the football, missed field goal. They moved the football, interception in the end zone. Moved the football. The football is getting moved, except it created fumble. So it's possibly 7 points they would have been scoring. So I'm like, cannot make those kind of mistakes against a Belichick Patriots team and defeat the Belichick Patriots. So yeah, it was just very frustrating. Undeniably, the Patriots were the better team, and they did outplay the Titans, not just in the first half, winning the first half 16-13, except also outscoring them in the second half 20-0. So they shut them out in two critical areas, not just for the turnovers, except also in the second half, in a game that was close in the first half, 16-13. So that was very, very, very disappointing, and except I'm a lot less unhappy that they end up losing this game. I'm a lot less unhappy they end up losing this challenging, except what was a still winnable game, mainly because I mean the Patriots did gain the advantage, but it's only a slight advantage because they still have the same record as the Titans. Their next game, their game for the NFL Week 13, they have to go on the road and play the Bills in Buffalo, and I do not see the I don't see the New England Patriots defeating a playing better Buffalo Bills team in Buffalo. I expect it's going. I don't doubt at all that it's going to be a entertaining, competitive game. Except I do not see the Patriots at all defeating the Buffalo Bills, a team that has the ability to be a Super Bowl contender in Buffalo, including the fact that this is Mac Jones in his rookie season. I don't see that, which is why I will be betting money on the Buffalo Bills money line to win that game. And so undeniably the Patriots were the better team, not just for the first half, but except also for the second half. And also I'll add another reason I'm not depressed is because the Titans have their bye week at the exact right time. Patriots only have the slight advantage because they do have the tiebreaker right now, but they have the same record as the Titans, so they're not likely going to be able to enjoy that they're not going to be able to enjoy that if they're not able to have a better record than the Titans, which I'm confident the Titans finish with more wins than the Patriots, and also they're going to need to win the most of their games to end the season, which I'm confident they can because they have their bye week at the exact right time. They can get players, their needed players back, including A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, and their needed players back. And also, they need the Ravens. I don't know if they need them to lose more than one game or two games, except that's possible. I mean, if I look at the Ravens schedule, I think I could see maybe more than one game that they could lose. So the Titans still have a reachable chance to actually get a first round, to be the number one seed in the AFC and get that first round bye. So yeah, I'm unhappy. I'm very unhappy the Titans ended up losing this game, including the fact that because of how they played in the first half, mainly first half, and how the second half, because of having getting outplayed in the second half after playing a pretty good first half, except not completely depressed. Mainly for the fact that the Titans still have an achievable chance to actually a realistic chance of getting the first round bye. They need more things to happen, except those things happening are okay. This is hugely going to be very challenging or very unlikely or hugely unlikely. No, it's realistic of what they need to happen. And yeah, this is my reaction on a live reaction to the Titans lose on Friday, December 3rd, 2021. And yeah, this is what I have not shaved for more than 4 days, so this is what my facial hair looks like if I have not shaved for more than 4 days, because I think I shaved on. Okay, wait, I think I should. No, actually, if I recall right, I shaved on Monday, so this is what 4 days of facial hair growth for my